As we've been doing the last few days, now close to 2 weeks, we start with the Perek Tehillim. I ask you please all to recite the chapter of Tehillim, especially for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, out of Ukraine, wherever they are, in Russia, and give some tzedakah. And specifically, I'd like to mention that today, ladies, when you light the Shabbos candles, that's a very powerful moment. So make a special prayer for the safety, the well-being of all our brothers and sisters. I also want to remind you the Rebbe's campaign, when the Rebbe spoke about a situation of war. The Rebbe said we should add, if you don't do it yet, in the morning, as the Arizal has established, start the morning prayers with saying, Hareini mekabel olai mitzvah saseh shel v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. I take upon myself the mitzvah of loving a fellow Jew, and concluding with the pasuk, Ach tzadikim yoidu lishmecha yeshvu yeshorim es panecha. So, as I usually tell a story for Shabbos, I want to tell just a few snippets of what we have come across with this, I would say, most heroic behavior, actions of the shluchim of the Rebbe in Ukraine. Now, the story I'm going to share with you, I think, is so symbolic of what it means to be a shliach. So Rabbi Levitansky, I think is in Sumai, who just recently, very recently, had no more choice and had to leave the city because he couldn't function no more from within the city. So, couldn't get anybody to drive him out, couldn't get a bus, couldn't get a driver, couldn't get a van, had no choice to pack in his entire family and his 18 years of belongings, living in, working in that city, into his van, traveling for 72 hours. And here they find themselves on a highway already out of Ukraine, I think going from Moldova, going to Romania. Stopping somewhere on the road to get some gas station. The kids get out of the car, to run around a little bit, to freshen up a little bit, and suddenly Hebrew-speaking 3 Israelis that are part of the Ichud Hatzalah, that are on their way to go help out with the refugees, Moldova, Romania, wherever they are, and suddenly they see a little boy with a schwarze yarmulke, with a big yarmulke on his head. They're shocked. What is a little Jewish boy doing here on the highway by Moldova, in Moldova? Yeled, mi ata? Who are you? Korim li Levitansky. Me'efa ta ba? Ukraine. Coming from Ukraine. Where are you going? Who are you going with? Oh, with my parents. My father is the shliach. My parents are the shluchim. And we're driving wherever my parents are taking. Efo, can I speak to your father? Sure, he's there. There Rabbi Levitansky meets them, and they discuss their experiences. But Rabbi Levitansky is a shliach. Even when he is in the most difficult of moments, personal difficult moments, exhausted, tired, he asks this Israeli, Slach li, yatsa lecha laniach tefillin hayom. Did you have the opportunity to put on tefillin today? This fellow was shocked. He says, Ameti shelo. Honestly, no, I didn't. So, botaniach achshav. Put on the tefillin now. Obviously, he wasn't going to refuse this kind of an offer, and this kind of place, and this kind of moment from this kind of a person. And right there, somewhere in the middle of the road, in the highway, Moldova, the Shliach Levitansky, running for his life, But what's on his mind? Here's an opportunity for another Jew to do a mitzvah. That's the real image, definition of a shliach. Wherever she is on a mission. Bringing bread, bringing some warm water, bringing some clothing, giving a shear, saving an elderly woman, a man, and putting on tefillin with a person on the highway. Ribbono shel olam, just in the merit of him, in the merit of the shluchim, Klal Yisrael deserves to have the Geula now, before Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Maybe celebrate the Shabbos Vayikra in the Beis HaMikdash.